All right, everybody stay in your seats, please. All right, thank you, everyone. And again, good morning. Once again, I'm Brent, Gerry, Mayor and CEO of the City of West Richland and the ECA Chair. Today, I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker, the U.S. Department of Energy Secretary, Honorable Jennifer Granholm. ECA has developed and maintained strong partnerships with DOE. This workshop is proof of that strength of the partnership. I wanted to highlight a couple of themes from the National Cleanup Workshop meeting. First, we started the meeting yesterday with a second early career workshop for early career EM professionals. The goal is to introduce the next generation of leadership to DOE's programs. Second, we held a lunch with DOE, elected officials, and DOE's contractor leadership. All support a partnership that address cleanup, workforce challenges, economic development issues, and others across our groups. Finally, Jennifer, I would like to let you know that all of our communities are strongly supportive of your Cleanup to Clean Energy. So many of the energy communities want to participate in these programs, and we look forward to DOE expanding the programs, and maybe we can even get a small modular reactor developer to create a project on your DOE land. Yesterday, our board meeting, we spent time discussing initiatives that DOE has for our communities, and we appreciate that you, as a former governor and Secretary of Energy, are committed to working with local governments. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce Secretary of DOE, the Honorable Jennifer Granholm. Jennifer? And of course, we can't let you leave without your 35 years of celebrating cleanup.
Oh, so a swag.
A swag. That's under the threshold of gifting, so we're good.
Thank you for checking.
Yes, I want to make sure of that.
We're cool. All right. Thank you so much, Mayor. Appreciate everything that you are doing in your leadership role, and appreciate all of you all here. I know that, where is he? Representative Fleischman, I know he spoke to you. He's been such a steady partner on energy issues, obviously, everything nuclear, everything cleanup. We could not ask for a better ally. So great to see you here as well. Special thank you to the Energy Communities Alliance, the Energy Facility Contractors Group, and of course, DOE's own environmental management. Our Office of Environmental Management, doing this for 35 years. They look good, don't they? Making this workshop possible. Okay, so President Reagan used to say that the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help, right? So for anyone who really believes that, I imagine that it's especially terrifying when the government shows up in hazmat suits. But that image and those words, they don't scare me. In fact, it's the opposite. Because employees and contractors and intergovernmental groups who form the cleanup family, you all represent the very best argument I can make for why public service matters. You take on the problems that no one else wants to get near, literally and figuratively, like at Hanford, where you cracked the code on how to treat radioactive tank waste, or in Idaho, where you discovered a clever new way to turn liquids into solids for safe disposal. Brookhaven, where you've officially completed DOE's 92nd cleanup site. So now just 15 more to go. And at each of these sites, we have sacred obligations. We have the obligation to the surrounding air and water and lands to make sure that they are safe. We have the obligation to invite, as you have noted, communities and tribes to the table to decide their own futures. Your service, your public service matters because you are finally giving those communities a voice. In Portsmouth, Ohio, our team has worked side by side with local economic development leaders on plans to reindustrialize land and create new jobs. In South Carolina, EM has partnered with the Lower Savannah Council of Governments to strengthen STEM education and to create workforce opportunities. Actually, to date, over 500 local apprentices have accepted full-time positions at the Savannah River site. In Washington State, we're engaging in meaningful consultations with tribal leaders about access to and protection of sacred sites and natural resources. I met some of those leaders 2 years ago when I visited the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation, the Nez Perce Tribal Nation, the Yakima Tribal Nation, and the Wanapum Band of Indians. And I learned then how Hanford's landscape has really been woven into their cultural identities since time immemorial. They were obviously here long before. And I came away from those meetings even more convinced that the success of our mission cannot be measured merely in cubic feet of soil discarded or in gallons of tank waste treated. Our mission also has to be measured by the trust that we build and the promises that we keep to those who are most affected by our nuclear programs. Those promises often include what we build after cleanup. This room knows that public service isn't just about fixing problems, it's also about creating new opportunities. So, for example, just last week, Orano, I know you probably mentioned this earlier, great to see you, announced its plans, obviously, to build one of North America's largest uranium enrichment plants on remediated Oak Ridge land. This massive investment in the future of civil nuclear is only possible because of your cleanup efforts. And the same goes for DOE's partnership with TerraPower and Cardinal Health and Isotech to use uranium-233 for cancer treatment research. We are turning liabilities into assets. These are what we call Phoenix projects, Phoenix rising from the ashes. Like our friends at Zeno Power Systems, who are taking strontium-90 off our hands and converting its heat into a durable, reliable source of electricity. I hope that you heard about our new Clean Up to Clean Energy initiative. Have you heard about it? Please tell me you've heard about it. Raise your hand if you've heard about it. There can't just be two people out there. All right. So for us, it is the epitome of creating new opportunity because we're taking these DOE lands at EM cleanup sites, and for the first time ever, we're actually partnering with developers to build some of the largest clean energy projects in the world. As of this morning, we've selected the developers for the first 5 sites in Washington State, in South Carolina, in Nevada, Idaho, and New Mexico. And each of these are going to build massive utility-scale solar projects. And at some sites like Hanford, these projects will help power hundreds of thousands of homes. And at other projects like in Savannah River, they're going to guarantee that DOE's national labs are using 100% carbon-free electricity by 2030. So we have a lot of work ahead to make these projects a reality and to continue our cleanup efforts to pave the way for even more. So we're going to need all hands on deck. We're going to need unions. I'm thrilled that EM inked its first ever project labor agreement with North America's building trades unions at Oak Ridge this year. Let's build on that. We need also a deep and diverse bench of experts in science, technology, engineering, and math. We need an EM workforce that looks like America, because diversity always means better results. I'm here to encourage folks to join the EM workforce, to push contractors to keep recruiting, to welcome communities and tribes to the table, to invite startups to bring us your ideas for what comes next. And that gets me to my final point, which is you don't need a government email address to make you a public servant. Everyone in this big, motley cleanup family, you look beautiful, but you're all serving America. You're improving health and safety for future generations. You're bringing peace of mind to families. You're speaking out for your neighbors. You're producing new clean energy. You're proving that America can still do big things, so that Americans react not with fear, but with pride when they hear those 9 famous words. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Thank you all so much.
I would like to turn the podium back to Seth. Seth?
Great, thank you. I was just going to remind everybody real quickly that we have a couple of packets of information. And today's meetings are going to really focus on what we've been talking about so far today, which is how to reuse these sites. What are some of the lessons learned from the site managers, and really nuclear energy opportunities at the different sites. So we're looking forward to that. You all now have a break until for another 15 minutes, and we look forward to seeing you back in here very soon. Thank you very much.